So here we go, we're going live. Reason Gaming pushing out in the defense with NCS on the attack, as you would expect. So Orkin with that bomb as they work their way towards the A site. Remember that opening round is the one that sometimes you can pick up in the attack. We've seen many of the attacking teams certainly picking up some good results. But Endrio shutting down Chris. RZE taking out Fantasy, his team killing there. RZE starting where he left off from the Antwerp Esports Festival. Justin shutting down Wrath. Ship taking down Endrio. Clink replying on Justin as well. Suddenly it's a 2-on-1. Lighters and RZE versus Clink. You've got to feel that Reason in this position should take the defensive round. Clink will try to stop them. The bomb in the open. Got to be careful where they are. NCS are just below us. Not too sure where Reason are. I haven't had a look. I'm going to have to stand up and have a peek in a moment. But, we are on a balcony above the players. And it is damn hot up here. Very hot here in the experience in Denmark, in Roskilde's.
D-Man was melting in the sun.
I was melting in the sun while I watched. It was hard work watching you guys play football, as you own stat once again. And Steve, you tried to take out Soklon once again with the ball as well. A full whack hit as well. But Clink is down. RZE picks up a round, and an important round for Reason in the defense. That's going to give them a good start, and you would expect them to pick up quite a few more of those. Yes.
A little bit confused as to why the HashQuad channel has suddenly become a let's talk about our Pokemon characters that we're not going to let evolve. Oh, look at it. Here we go. NCS pick up the first frag. Enrio down.
They're
Fantasy.
probably talking about Spore.
No, they're not letting their Psyduck evolve. Orkin comes back, drops Juicin.
Strange.
Psyduck. Here we go. Chris going to get one frag. RZE dropped. And that's going to tie it all up as NCS pick themselves back in it. And that is 1-1. Good work from NCS, actually. 4 frags to the good.
Yeah, very quick round there from NCS. Raging through. Only lost 1 man in that attack. Let's flick across to Chris, the captain of NCS. So much talk about these guys before the event. The fact they piled the pressure on themselves, really, in the invite channel. And they were boot camping for so long.
Who?
NCS. Fantasy, they're getting the grenade, opening up the frags. NCS, anyone basically in that invite channel would have seen NCS basically spamming for matches all through July. And many people said they did quite well, but that's because Diablo, whenever he's in there, is just raging on people.
We worked out Diablo has 2 modes, neutral and hate.
And that's hate's generally when he's online, though. He's neutral when he's on land.
No. Did you not hear what he said to CRX?
No, I didn't.
Third worldish, he called it.
Oh, well, that was at AEF. Yeah, that was on stage, and that's caused some reactions from Reactor. So Fantasy did terrible in the match the other day. Justin does pick down Wrath, though. And now last man standing for NCS is Ship. He played very well at the Antwerp Esports Festival in his group matches. But unfortunately, they didn't make it out of that group. And he gets shut down by Fantasy, who was in a big carrier bag at AEF. Can he pick up the frags in this round? Looks like he will do. And he started off all right.
A big carrier bag. You love talking about Reason and carrier bags.
That's because he was on 0 frags in the 18th round of the game. That's a big bag to carry one of your teammates.
Is that how you describe Liverpool, other than Steven Gerrard and Fernando Torres? Chris finds a grenade. Fantasy down. Clink comes in with 1. Ship will spray and pray and land the frag onto Enrio. RZE darts back. Answers up onto Orkin. Reason a man down. They still have the ever so lethal Juicin. Finds himself 1. Clink dropped. And that'll tie us up. Juicin in trouble. Wrath looking for him. Diablo's got his money on Juicin for this one. But Ship's going to find the frag onto RZE, and now it is all on Juicin. 1 on 2. Darts down, waiting on those 2 players to come through. Ship gets the frag, and it is 2-2. And for their home map, MCS aren't doing too badly.
And not doing too badly. We've not really seen them on Backlot, but Reason can't seem to be able to set their opening defense up. Reason have been known for their grenades for quite a while. And NCS seems to be dodging them quite nicely there, as we saw Orkin just sat waiting. He's going to toss one up in towards lower A. And Rio does shut down Clink. Chris also going down to a grenade from Fantasy. So despite the delay, they managed to get 2 frags with the grenades, but Orkin tries to even things up, and he does just that, shutting down Justin and Lighters. Some would say the 2 best players in Reason Gaming. Takes down Enrio, who's just lying there randomly. Not too sure what he was doing there. But Orkin on the ace at the moment. Looks like the bomb plant going to go in. Too sure why he's... What the hell is he doing? RZD does get the snipe onto Wrath as he tried to plant that bomb. Orkin's not convinced. He's the last man standing. Whether he should be going for that bomb plant. Going to take a peek instead.
He could see the sniper from the other side.
Yeah, it was a B sniper. He comes to peek. I think that's RZD. Yeah, he's lined up a B sniper. Fantasy has worked his way in there. He'll be quite happily to delay him here. Fantasy shouldn't go looking for this frag. He should just let Orkin try and get in there and let RZD scope him out like that. And that's good defensive work from Reason, despite that dodgy start for them.
Yes, and you know, they worked that one well in the 2. Orkin got 3 frags that really should never have been allowed to get. And Reason made that a lot harder for themselves. However, here we go. Reason lead by 1. Clink darts across. Makes his way forward. Fantasy and Orkin down this round early on. The Danger Man. Fantasy comes in with another one. Chris is going to answer back up finally, but Ninrio will avenge the death of his beloved Fantasy. And now there are 2 men to the good. Make that... Well, still 2 men to the good, in fact. Last man standing is Clink. He clinks his way upstairs, waiting for the inevitable. And that is what comes for him. Lighters picks it up, 4-2. Reason looking good.
So after those 2 rounds they let slip, suddenly their defense starting to be a little bit stronger there. So NCS trying that little defensive round didn't really work for them, pushing on to B. So once again they're going to sit and wait for those grenades, but RZD does land one. Oh, they need to be careful not to get a team kill there. That tracer fire was just whipping through past them, and then Rio's grenade comes popping through. Chris sat waiting for Rio to show though. Lighters does take down Wrath. Clink shows, and Reason Gaming suddenly picking them off left, right and centre. 5-2, quick round, and Reason happy with that one.
I'll tell you what, is that the worst B rush you've ever seen? We're going to go in a really, really small group, all in the same place, so that when Reason work out where we are, we're in a nice, convenient little group for them to shoot us all. So that's pretty much what happened for 4 of them. Reason dart across. Juicin opens up the fraggers. Lighters in now. Lighters gets himself another one. And NCS falling down. And it looks like there's just 1 man left to go. NCS starting to find the running a bit hard here as Reason go from strength to strength. Buys 1. Gets it. 0 recoil. Ship between a rock and a hard place is going nowhere, and Juicin will take it. It is 6-2. And Reason Gaming really picking up speed and rounds.
Money looking good so far if you bet it on xlbet.com on Reason Gaming. We didn't actually know it was on backlot until it started, but as soon as I saw that backlot, I was happy. I thought my €5 was safe. I didn't bet big. I didn't do a €20 like you did and lose it.
13 of that was Wise Guys.
13 of that was Wise Guys.
It's an easy way for me to get some cash.
He wanted to go double or nothing, and maybe he's going to put a bet on H2KEG. That seems a bit wrong, really, to bet on yourself. It's not really allowed in many gaming. I'm not too sure whether it's allowed.
You can bet on yourself, but not on your opponent.
Not on your opponent. Yeah, that would be wrong.
Cover me, I'm reloading.
So NCS at the moment, trying to get a pick. And Rio shuts down Orkin though. Just got a glimpse as soon as I flicked away. We saw Clink working his way in towards lower A. Shutting down Justin. Wants to get a bit of wall banging up there. Wrath goes down suddenly. NCS Clink is the last man standing for the Turkish team. We've come all this way so far for nothing. And Lighter shuts him down. This is the loser bracket, remember. He could well be going out the tournament early again.
Yeah, it looks like Diablo's prediction will be wrong. Only Broken called it right. I'm not sure. One looks so cool. Can't remember. We'll say that he didn't call it right. Enrio finds himself the frag, drops ship. Lighters, Enrio come up with frag after frag. The Turks are dropping like flies now as RZE claims one more. It leaves just one man left up. It's Chris, Enrio thinks he's got him. Chris has gone walkies. And it's going to be put down. It's 8-2.
Well, from that 2-2, we've suddenly gone a very long way. 6 rounds to the good for Reason Gaming. With 2 rounds left in the half, if they can pick them two up, that's surely in a dominant defensive driving seat. So, RZE putting the nade out, using that scope to good effect so far in this match. Gets smoked up though, he's going to have to get away from there. Lighters taking down Orkin as he worked his way into lower A. Chris just peeking slow, pushing from NCS this time. Tried to rush, it's not worked. They've tried to group up and attack and B, it's not worked. And those grenades being saved by Lighters there, shutting down the car. Chris does get the frag, so does Wrath on Rio and Fantasy down. A lull from Fantasy, wasn't expecting it. Chris just gets shut down by Lighters. I think Lighters may well be on the ace here. I'll have to take a peek in a minute, but I'm pretty sure he's picked up 2 or 3 already. He's trying to get some long-range frags here. RZE is in support, so we're down to a 2-on-2. Lighters does pick it up on ship. Last man standing now is Wrath. He's just up with Lighters. Surely he can pick it up. I'm not too sure. I've got a funny feeling it is the ace. But he's not going to get it, because as soon as I turn to look, Wrath shuts him down with that headshot. And it is now RZE versus Wrath, the sniper duels.
I thought that was the ace as well, though.
RZE, put pressure on him here. If they can pick up that 9-2, it's just going to be such a confident drive. But if they let NCS sneak back into this, pick up this round and maybe the next, suddenly they get a gasp of hope. Sniper shot comes through. You see that tracer bullet twanging through. Wrath does get that bomb down, so now RZE's being forced to come looking for the frag. Picks up the SMG. He doesn't, because he's not there. I think they're pretty sure that's what he was looking for. Comes across with the deagle, gets a tag, and tagged himself. 30 seconds on the clock. Works his way in. There's an eagle in hand. Wrath shuts him down. Well,
if I'm going into a one-on-one in that situation, first of all, I'm not going to walk along a fence post where I'm out in clear view for everyone to take me. And then second of all, when I walk across towards the main entrance, I'm not just going to stand in front of the door where if he does poke out, he's going to absolutely decapitate me. RZE needs some game sense. He's not got it. Orkin picks it up, drops RZE. That's his punishment. And Rio and Lighters come back at him. Makes himself one. Wrath down, 4-on-2 in favor of Reason Gaming. Looks like at the half they'll be up here by some 9 rounds to 3. Fantasy's going to go through, and then Rio's going to finish the job. Reason Gaming pick up the win. And, well, looking good for Reason Gaming, it's got to be said. As we look across now, just a few players left to read up. We're going to go live in this one. Diablo, what are your thoughts on this? I mean, you've been very vocal next to us here in your disappointment with NCS. What are they doing wrong?
Grenade! When you play a game against Reason and their names are so low, you normally have to take 30 seconds out of the round to simply sit at spawn and wait. So normally you start fresh as if it's a new round starting at 1 minute 15. Well, I think NCS is trying to beat the nades, which isn't working for them.
It's not working for them in this round. It really isn't working because Reason Gaming already with a 5-2 advantage as the explosives do get planted, and that is 10-3. And wow, Fantasy, I'm just going to have a peek. He definitely got a hat-trick. May even got... He only got a hat-trick there. RZE and Lighters took the other two. But 10-3 now the score, and Reason Gaming with the bit between the teeth is sniffing that second round.
I take it back on RZE. I just remembered that you don't make noise on that fence when you walk along it. So
I did say everybody does it.
Yeah, but you didn't say why.
I didn't think it
You
was
said because Steven Gerrard did it. Well, Lighters comes up with one. Chris and Clink pick up a frag apiece. Juicin will level things back up into 3-on-3. NCS need to be converting positions like that. Enrio just believes he can fly. He can't. Ship picks him off. Juson's going to take a bullet up the buttocks. On board with Juson still. Bomb moving with him. Wrath, Chris, and friend, Ship, looking for him. Wrath has got the scent on RZE. RZE lets him live. Darts his way across now. You hear in the background. Bye-bye, Ship. RZE sinks him. Chris, though, has got Juson before the bomb could be planted. And RZE went for a walk. Another 1-on-2. Pressure builds. Still looking for a gun. Can't find it. Gets one. Shot down from a corner. And that is 10-4. That is NCS. Well, I wouldn't say back in the game, but working their way into it somewhat. And a reason, despite Lighter's 17 frags, just haven't finished off the job yet.
Yeah, and you can just see the bottom frag adjustment on 8 is almost the same as the top fragger for NCS, and that's a big difference. They're just not able to get those frags in there. Raph, though, does shut down RZE and Lighters. Gives them a good lead. When they're in the 5-on-3 positions, you've got to pick up the rounds. And Ship taking down Fantasy. It's going to be a good position for them. 5-on-2 now. And Rio on top of Garage, smoking it up on himself. Tagged up. Oh, the bomb planter's just been shut down. That was Juson. And that big smoke is almost like a Belisha beacon for the rest of the team to say,
what?
I'm up here. A Belisha beacon. It's on the zebra crossing.
That's an old people thing.
It's not, it's what it is. 10-5 the score. NCS picking up 2 rounds in the defence. But still, it's a long, long way to go.
It is. And that is one that NCS must walk. They're beginning to. They're picking up a little bit more on their attack. Maybe they listen to Diablo's sit and wait for the nade talk. Because they're not going down as early on to these nades as they were previously. Oh, well, I tell a lie. I tell a real lie. Reason pick up 2 frags with the nades. Lighters, though, will be picked off by Orkin, who claims the second one. Reason in a spot of bother now as they lose out. And I think man for man, NCS have just exactly what everybody else has got out here. They have some very talented individual players. They're perhaps a touch behind on their positioning, their strats, their nades in particular, and their experience. But man for man, they have some talented players. Diablo was saying that earlier as well. 2-on-2. On board with Orchin of Fantasy is now going to dart through. Hold this one down. 35 seconds left on board. In Rio versus Ship. The ship sunk, Titanic style. Only without Leonardo DiCaprio, unfortunately. Fantasy will make his way through now. Has to do it all. No, he doesn't. Well, now he does. He's 1-on-1. Orkin versus Fantasy. Clock ticking. Fantasy's got to get that bomb down. Hawkins got to seal the deal and finish the round off. Or just die. Fantasy picks him out as Orkin gets caught with his pants down. I think he was probably expecting a little bit more of a defensive nature from Fantasy, but he came around the corner a mile a minute and said, hi, die. Round reason.
So remember, guys, the winner bracket will be coming up after this. There is a break, though. A 40-minute enforced break by the admins. Give them a chance to go and have food, etc. So you may as well do it as well after this. But after that, it will be H2K versus EG. Should be a big game. Many teams also in that. Infuse versus Dignitas. Meteor Makers playing... Oh, the winner of EG or H2K, because you topped your group. Of course you did.
No pressure or anything, Diablo.
So that should be a fantastic game. So Reason pick up another round, 12-5, as we go into 7 match points for Reason Gaming.
Not sure whether I should repeat that on there. Here we go. Raft's going to make his way across now. Grenade pinged across as Flint goes through. RZE opens up. Drops Yorkin. Reason Gaming will home in on victory here. They're 3 frags to the good. Orchid's left the game.
He did that last time.
Yeah.
Rage quit.
They got no no faith in their team because Ship's picked up a frag. It's a 2-on-4. Orca might have to just reconnect here, but he's not going to. And Rio finishes off the job. Reason Gaming pick it up, and it's going to be H2K versus EG coming up next.